Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Cursing Seamstress. I have not done a video in a while. I'm not sure why. I've been working every day, and I've been cleaning my mother's house and getting it ready to sell. And I've already spent probably over 100 hours doing that. So that's pretty much where my weekends have gone. But I have been sewing, and I sew every morning before it's daylight, before I go to work, and really enjoy doing that. So I'll just tell you what I've sewn. I'm not going to show you anything but one thing today. But I have sewn a 5 out of 4 top. It's actually, I bought the fabric at Walmart, and I'll show you this in my next video. I bought the fabric at Walmart in one of those bundle things where it's $2 a yard or whatever. And so I forgot what the pattern name is called. But anyway, it's to be worn mostly with leggings. It's past the hips a little bit. And I have made the boys, my grand boys, matching pajama bottoms, and I'll show you the fabric. This is so cute. This is a flannel, and it has crabs on it. And it's not meant for children's sleepwear, but they're old enough that, you know, I think it's fine. So it's really nice and soft, and I used 2 different patterns for the pants, and they love them, so that's good. And the most recent thing is I have made 2 patterns by the Sewing Revival. Now I, quite a while ago, within the past year, because I've been in this house for just over a year, I made a skirt by them, and I think I must have cut the wrong size. And I will say that the sizing is New Zealand, Australian sizing. You do have to be careful, and I could be wrong with this, but on the last 2 patterns I made by them, it seems like the sizing just between the 2 of those was not totally consistent. But I emailed the company, told them my measurements, what size I was looking at, and they said that's exactly the size you need to order. And they were very responsive. So, and I guess in Australia time, because I probably emailed this really early in the morning, like at 4:30. So they must have been up and moving in New Zealand at that time. So the pattern I'm going to show you right now is the one I'm wearing. This is called the Fernbird, F-E-R-N-B-I-R-D. The Fernbird is for a dress and a top. It has some really nice, unique features. It attracted me from the very beginning. I postponed ordering it. I don't know why I did. I guess I felt like I had enough patterns and enough to do. But I went back to it after a couple of months or so, and I ordered it, and I ordered one other pattern, which I have also made, but I'll show you that in probably the next video. This pattern is so simple. There are 2 pieces cut on the fold, one for the front, one for the back, and there is a neck facing, and that's it. There are no notches to match. It is a high-low, high in the front, low in the back, and it has grown-on sleeves. And I'll just tell you, it's a woven, it's a pattern for wovens. I think you could use a knit, but you probably need to size down. This size 14 fit me perfectly. And I didn't have to make any adjustments. I thought about lengthening it because the high part is, I think it's just right above the knees, but I ended up leaving it and it's fine. I will definitely wear this. I like it a lot. So I used flannel. It says to use a light or medium weight. Okay, it says it's recommended for crisp woven fabrics and rayon, viscose, tensile, lightweight cotton, polyester blends that press well. I don't think this presses particularly well. It's a typical flannel. It's fairly lightweight. I think it worked perfect for this pattern. The cutest thing about it are the frills here that you attach both to the sleeves and to the bottom, and that really is what makes the pattern. It slips over the head. There are no closures whatsoever. I really like patterns that do that, and of course the knits usually will do that, but to find a woven pattern that allows you to slip over the head is just great. I think this will be fine for winter. I plan on wearing it now. The temperatures in North Carolina are pretty mild. We've gotten down into the 30s. I think we had one frost, but we've also had temperatures up in the 70s. So I put fake tan on my legs and wear booties just because it's fall and it's a little bit cooler. So I am going to stand up and show you this, but let me just tell you one more thing. The way they recommend putting the frill on is two ways. You can either cut one layer and hem that at the bottom and then gather it and attach it, or you can cut it, fold it over in half so you don't have to hem it, and sew it on. And it tells you the typical way of gathering, where you do 2 rows of long stitches and you pull it, you sew the pieces together, 2 pieces together, and then pull it to adjust it to the right width. I did not do that. I absolutely hate gathering. So I looked up how to gather on a serger, and I've done it before, but I just wanted to make sure that I was doing it the right way. And I cut the double fabric, folded it over, did the double fabric, and I serged it so that my gathers are gentle gathers, which makes it a lot easier to pin on the bottom. So I did that, and I did a whole bunch longer strip than I needed to. As a matter of fact, after doing the hem and the sleeves, I have this much left over, probably 2.5 feet maybe. And again, the gathers are pretty gentle. And this is the folded over edge here. And you just attach this right sides together. There is no right side to this. It's the same on both sides. And just pin it. And actually I started pinning, and then I realized I really did not have to pin this to the bottom of the dress. I could just sew as I went along, and excuse me, that worked fine. I just did a long stitch, and I am gonna go back around it and probably sew it down with a shorter stitch on the top on this. Right here on the outside, just to make sure that this stays down. I have not pressed this fabric. I'm going to stand up in a minute and let you have a complete view. So when I stand up, you'll see that the hem is kind of flipping up a little bit. Like I said, I've not ironed it. There is a fold somewhere off center. I have not ironed the flannel after I sewed it together. Take note that I do have some fullness, I think, right here. And by the way, the bust, the dart placement was spot on. And of course, I think I tried it on at first with no bra. And of course, you know, you should wear a bra when you try on something so you'll know about the dart placement. But they were right, spot on. But I'm wondering with this extra fabric right here, if I made a deeper fold for the dart, even if it were maybe a 1/2 inch on either side, if that wouldn't take up some of this extra fabric. Doesn't bother me so much. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't think it's something that somebody would say, oh, look, you know, you've got some weird stuff going on here. All right, so now I'm gonna stand up and I'll give you a twirl and let you see the dress in total and see what you think. All right, so I'll be right back. This is it. There are no pockets. That would actually be a nice thing to add to this pattern. So this is the front, and again, these may not be lying real flat, but it's so cute, and it's got a nice curve right here. I may have a little extra fabric in the back, but let me turn around and show you. It's the side view, the back view. I think overall it's, I think it's a good fit. I think it's cute as can be. And I do plan on making at least another one of these, maybe more. It's just, it looks like it's something that is easy to wear. I didn't pay any attention to how deep this frill needed to be. I cut mine at 3 inches, and I just used cotton poplin. I cut it at 3 inches and then folded it over and just I hemmed it at the very same, a little bit over from the serged area. So it has a narrow hem. Hey, Dixie. So anyway, this is it. That's all I have for now. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I apologize for the look of my sewing room. It's a mess. Thank you very much for watching. And I will be back shortly with the top that I made in a different pattern that it's cute. I think I made a size too big, but I'm gonna make that again and make it a size smaller. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.